Imagine spending your whole life building a retirement nest egg, only to watch Washington chip away at it with one headline. Well, this just happened. President Trump has proposed reimposing steep tariffs on Chinese goods, possibly as high as 60%, and if you're retired or close to it, this might hit you harder than you think. But before we get into the economic chaos this could cause, I want you to meet Robert and Linda, a retired couple from Naples, Florida. They quietly moved $678,400 from their 401k into a gold IRA last year, before inflation spiked again. Today, they sleep like babies while everyone else is watching the market like it's a casino. So why did they do it? And should you? Let's rewind. Tariffs sound patriotic, right? Keep jobs in America. Make China pay. But here's the reality. Tariffs are taxes, and they almost always get passed on to, you guessed it, us. That means higher prices at the grocery store, on household goods, even on medical equipment. You worked hard for your money. You deserve stability in retirement. But in this political climate, that's becoming harder to come by. According to the Wall Street Journal, these new tariffs could rekindle inflation just as the Fed is trying to ease off interest rate hikes. Translation: more pain for markets, more erosion of your dollar's value, and more sleepless nights for retirees relying on fixed income. Now back to Robert and Linda. When the headlines started getting ugly, bank closures, interest rate hikes, record inflation, they got proactive. They didn't move everything, just enough to protect themselves. Enough to hedge against what they couldn't control. They chose a gold IRA because it's not tied to the stock market. It's not at the mercy of the Fed. And unlike your savings account, it doesn't shrink every time inflation ticks up. Here's what Robert told me. I didn't want to gamble with our future. I wanted something real, something that's held its value for thousands of years. That's why we moved into gold. Now, you don't have to be sitting on $1 million portfolio to make this move. But you do have to ask yourself, what if the tariffs spike inflation again? What if stocks dive during an election year? What happens to my retirement if I just wait and see? Listen, no one's saying dump everything into gold. That's not smart. But taking a slice of your IRA or 401k and moving it into something tangible, that might be the most powerful step you take toward financial peace of mind this year. So here's what I recommend. Look into a gold IRA rollover. Talk to someone you trust. And if you don't know where to start, I've linked a free guide below that explains everything. Tax implications, how the rollover works, and what questions to ask before you move a dime. You don't need to fear the headlines, but you do need to be ready for them. Protect what you've earned. Safeguard your future. Sleep like Robert and Linda. Get the facts. Make the move. Your future self will thank you.